All right, we will begin with a opening statement from Coach, and then we will go to questions.
Yeah, obviously it's hard to end like this, disappointing loss. As I told our guys, though, especially these two guys here that have been here and been to the tournament 3 times in a row, and can't thank them enough. So proud of them. And I spoke to our guys after the game about the type of kids we've had, which I've been saying all along. We have really good people, good character, high character guys. And I know it's probably not what they wanted to hear after tonight's loss, but ultimately that's the most important thing. Love every one of them. They are represent our school so well, and they're just good people, and that's the most important thing. Tonight just wasn't our night. We got off to a good start, but still didn't feel like we were doing what we needed to do defensively. And as it went on, they just continued to get layups, continued to out-execute us. And simply put, we were outplayed. We did out-rebound them by 11. We got 21 offensive rebounds again. We just are not finishing with those as well as we need to, and it's been kind of a problem of ours. But simply put, we were outplayed again, and I'm disappointed for our guys, but proud of them at the same time. So we got a good group.
Questions, please. Raise your hand right here.
Stephen Johnson, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Question for Jamie. I know before the tournament you felt pretty confident you guys had kind of turned the corner defensively. Was the performance on defense surprising, or I guess how did you evaluate that?
Well, I also recognize that this was a very good offensive team that we were going against, and I thought we had made some improvements in areas that I thought could help us against them, but then they had some other guys that stepped up, and they hit some shots. I mean, you know, they made every free throw. They hit some threes at the end of the clock. Probably should have gone zone a little bit more, but they hit the 3 against the zone end of clock. You know, too many turnovers. Our turnovers led to baskets. It's been a problem of ours all year long. And some of our shot selection leads to baskets too. So, yes, I felt like it, and I don't know if I was hoping as much as felt it, but I think we were better. Obviously, Ernest makes us better defensively, so having him back, I think, was part of that thinking, Stephen. We had some guys take some steps forward defensively, but they just out execute us, and from different guys. Give them credit. It wasn't obviously Johnson, 20, 19. I mean, Martinez 3 for 7, hit some end of clock shots, and they make every free throw, 14 for 15. I'm a little surprised. I thought we didn't come up with loose balls maybe in the first half that they got some layups out of on some things underneath the basket. That hurt us. Yeah, there's no other way to put it. They simply out executed us and killed us in the paint. I mean, 46 points to 26 is pretty much says it what it is.
Questions, please. Right here.
Question for Emanuel. You guys cut it to 2, I think, right out of halftime. Then they kind of went, when they went on the run. From your perspective, what do you just think happened at that point after you guys cut it to 2?
Emanuel?
Credit to Utah State. They're in this tournament for a reason. Great coach, great program, great culture. They competed. We went on a run, and they did a good job responding. You got to hang your head high. You battle, you compete, but you also have to give the other team credit. They came out here, they executed, and they fought. We cut the lead down to 2. We want to build that momentum. We want to build off that momentum, but they responded, and those responses where we need stops. But time and time again, they responded and responded. So just good credit to Utah.
Right here.
Barry Lewis with Killer Frogs. JaKobe, you had a team high 19 points. Most of that came in the second half. What were you thinking, and what were you just thinking it was on your back to get back in the game?
JaKobe?
Nah, I mean, honestly, just, taking the shots I always take. Some went in, some didn't. But it was more just trying to, I guess, give it a little bit more push on the offensive end. But, that really didn't matter today because we couldn't get no stops. But, I'm going to shoot the shots that I'm comfortable with and I'm confident in. And, I thought Coach did a pretty good job of calling some plays for me, getting me some good looks. And, a lot of them look good. So, I think that's what happened today.
Right here.
Man, I know this loss was tough, but how do you hope this group, I know some guys can come back, some guys are done at TCU. How do you hope this group will be remembered in terms of their legacy?
Emanuel?
What we started here is special, and what we're leaving behind is special. The freshmen, the guys coming in, I know the program's gonna be in good hands. My fault, bro. Yeah.
It's going to be in good hands. We got a lot of young guys that are, coming in that are, hungry, fight hard. Thought the last 3 or 4 years we've done a good job of just, executing and, believing in the system. We're just a few steps away from being a really elite program. So, I'm proud of the guys that I came in with. I love them. I'll go to battle any of them, and the program's gonna be in good hands. So, that's all I gotta say.
That was JaKobe, okay. Any more questions, please? We do have a Zoom question, okay.
Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. Coach, you decided to come to TCU 8 years ago. Just reflecting on that time, I know this is a tough moment in it, but the guys that you've had, the guys that you have on the team this season, just what being back at home at TCU has meant to you and the positives that you can take from the gentleman that you coach.
Well, yeah, I mean, thank you for recognizing that. We obviously, have set all kinds of records, different things, and these guys have been a big part of it. These two guys here, especially right next to us, and it's kind of not the best time to be thinking about it. But I guess that kind of reflects what we've done. This wasn't good enough, and 8 years ago it would have been. A miracle. It was a miracle when we got in. It hadn't been done since I guess I had played. So, so that kind of reflects it. We just don't. Right now. We just feel like we could have done more. Our goals were bigger, and that comes with what we've done in the last in the 8 years I've been here. So, I guess I'm really more on tonight. I'm thinking about, as I've said after the game, that about these guys, what they've done, how they've handled themselves. They're tremendous kids. They get along so well. They're around together. They hang out together. They do things together. And I wanted for them to just have a special ride in this thing. And, we didn't get it done. We weren't even close what we needed to do, and they know it. We knew we had to defend a very good offensive team. We didn't. So I think they recognize it. I want to make sure that they did, and it's probably not the best time, but they've done some amazing things. And there was 3 NCAA tournaments, only like 12 have done that or something, and 1 game's in it. So in the country, and it's obviously a big step for us in the right direction. So, and these guys are responsible for it, JaKobe and Emanuel.
You have a question right here? Last question right here.
Hi, I'm Sarah Smith with TCU 360. Emanuel Miller, it's clear that you are a leader on this team. You've been a veteran, and I know it's an emotional night, didn't end the way we wanted, but your accomplishments this season have not gone unnoticed. You have over 20 games with double digits, Snipe being one of those. You have 9 with 20 or more points. You know, you're a top scorer in the Big 12, named AP All Big 12 team. To kind of end with all those accomplishments, what does this season mean to you?
Everything. You know, this season means everything, and not only this season, but my time at TCU. Cherish for the rest of my life. Never forget it. Something I'm gonna tell my kids one day. You know, I'm just so blessed. I've had an opportunity to play here at TCU. The community means everything to me. This program means a lot to me. I'm just happy I got to be here.
Thanks, Emanuel, and thank you, TCU.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck to you, Coach. Oh, you guys want your name? You want your name things?